Well, back in the shop. And today's going to be the start of a new project. And it's the viola I'm going to start today. And I just want to show you some of the materials I'm going to make it out of. And some of you have been following me for a while know that I made a violin out of an old palette. And my intention was to do that with viola too. And the palette was really crappy, to say the least. And there's no way I can make anything decent out of that. And I'm not even going to try, waste my time on it. But seeing how this is my first viola that I've made, I mean, I made 35, 36 violins, somewhere around there. And I don't want to really use good tone wood because I'll probably make some mistakes and I'll have to correct them in that. But for a first instrument, I usually use not great wood, but gives me practice wood. And that's what we're going to do, but I'm going to still turn out a decent instrument, I hope. And I'll show you. I don't have all the wood. I thought I did, and the more I looked at it, and I thought, well, if I spend the time, I might as well get something halfway decent. And so the back, I'm going to have to buy. And I'm probably going to go to the lumber yard in the next 2 weeks. And I got a lumber yard in St. Leon, Indiana that has some really nice curly maple. And I'll go through his pile and pick out a few slabs and see what's available and what he has, and I'll probably buy a few of them, and that'll get me some more wood for violins and the back for this viola. And for the front, it's going to be kind of different in a way, and it is. But I have this is cedar, but it's really straight grain, and I never used cedar for a front before, and I know people have, and they said it made a nice violin. So we'll see if it makes a nice viola. And the sides I cut. I actually used this from the pallet wood, and I'll probably use these. And they'll work just fine. And for the neck, the one big lesson I learned when I made the Palette Princess violin was the neck with the pine is just way too soft. And so I got some maple here, and I laminated a piece of walnut in the middle here. And I just do that because I think it looks neat. And besides, the maple wasn't wide enough, so now it's wide enough. And I have my template on it, and I have to draw that on it. And that's what I'll be doing tonight. And also, I'll give you a little update on the cherry violin. And it's all varnished up, and I think she looks really good over here. And I'll probably be setting that up in the next few days. And I could do it tonight, but I feel like doing the viola. So there you go. But I'm kind of excited to see how this cedar top sounds. And from all the reports I've heard from people using them, they sound pretty good, and I think it'll look real nice too. And if I get a nice curly maple back, it'll be a beautiful instrument. I know it will be. So getting this all organized has been a lot of fun. I have some new templates I'm going to make. This is going to be a 16-inch instrument, and they can be 15, 15 and a half, 16. And I bought the 16-inch pattern, and then I also bought a book by Henry Strobel, and I don't know if I got it down here or not. I think it's upstairs. But he, on his instrument that he made, and I followed his book. A lot of his measurements I follow. I really can't say I followed his violin, but some of his measurements I use, and I'm going to use them a lot on this instrument. And I have books, and it gives you all the diagrams and that. And I already made the mold for this, and that was a lot of fun to make. And I still have to cut the blocks. I have material for the blocks, and then I'll set them in the mold and start setting the ribs, bending the ribs to the mold. And usually one of the first things I do when I get started, I trace my pattern for my neck and scroll. And it's just a case of following the lines. And this line I just drew is one of the most important because it gives you the angle that you set your neck at. So really the viola is just a little bigger violin, has a lot richer, deeper sound. It's tuned just a little different. I hope you all subscribe if you're new watching these, because it's very helpful to the channel. And last count I had 780 subscribers, which ain't bad, but I'm shooting for 1,000. That would help. If you comment, I usually answer all the comments. At least I try to. What I'm doing now is marking the peg holes, because when before I do anything, I drill them, because everything right now is square and flat. And after you get done carving everything goes every which way. And it's best to do that while you can get straight holes. And for the scroll, I just have little holes in my template. I put little pencil marks, and then I can draw a scroll onto the wood. Okay, I have this drawn out. Now, one of the things I want to do, so when I line this up on the other side, it all lines up. So I just take a square and I draw some lines. And these are just reference lines. Where everything is. But then I can flip it over and basically I have to transfer them. Then I can basically glue that down and I can see that everything matches. And that is basically how I lay out the scroll. There's a few more things I have to do to it, but I may show them to you later. But this is the first video on the viola, and subscribe if you like these and watch this instrument come alive. And it won't be long and you'll see that one alive. So I'll talk to you all later, and thanks for watching.